Continuing with this book, Swami Vivekananda Life and Teachings, we have reached to chapter 25, that is the last chapter, the passing. The last months of Swami Vivekananda were spent at Belur Mutt. He continued to teach and help people until the very end. He had great love for people and wanted to help them as much as he could. He knew that the end was near, and he prepared for it. He even told his disciples that he would not live much longer. They could not believe it, however, for he looked cheerful and his health seemed to be improving. They fondly hoped that he would live for some more years. Just 3 days later, he felt very upset, and before his passing, he was walking in the mud grounds with Swami Premanand. Swamiji pointed to a particular place and said, "When I give up the life, give up the body, cremate it there." Today, the Vivekanand temple stands on that very spot. Then came the last day, July 4, 1902. If you will be calculating, you will get the answer that he just lived for 39 years. He went to the chapel in the morning and closed all the windows and doors. He meditated there for 3 hours and then began to sing a beautiful song about the Divine Mother. Coming down from the shrine, he walked back and forth in courtyard for a while. He took his meal with the monks in the dining hall. After lunch, he held a class on Sanskrit grammar with the brahmacharyans. The class lasted for over 2 hours and he appeared a little tired afterwards. Later, he went for a walk with Swami Premanand. Swamiji spoke about his idea of starting a Vedic college at the Mutt. After returning from the walk, the Swamiji talked for a while with the monks. Evening came. Swamiji became more and more quiet and did not pay much attention to what was going on around him. The bell rang for the evening service and Swamiji went to his own room. He sat in meditation facing the Ganga. After an hour, Swamiji was called by one of his disciples and asked him to fan his head. He lay on the bed and the disciples fanned his head for a time and then began to massage his feet. The disciple thought that Swamiji was sleeping. Once Swamiji's hand shook a little, then he took 2 deep breaths. The disciple saw that something strange has happened. He called a monk who exclaimed Swamiji. He found that there was no pulse, no breath. This was Swamiji's Mahasamadhi. It was a few minutes after 9 o'clock in the evening. Swamiji had worked hard throughout his life. Now the tired child slept in the lap of the mother. His life was finished, but his work goes on. His call to the continuous was arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. His countrymen did hear his call. A great awakening began in country, followed by a period of intensive activity. Men and women began to work selflessly for the poor and downtrodden. Many people trace India's independence directly to the great movement that began after Swami Vivekananda. So, this is it. We have completed the life part of Swami Vivekananda, and this chapter was really disheartening. He was very young at the time he passed away. Um, Now we will be moving towards the teachings of Swamiji, what he have taught throughout his life, and in the section teachings of Swami Vivekananda we will be reading about it. So this is it about this first part of the book. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.